What is up, you guys? Nice to see you again. I'm Imkingcash. Let's get right into it. For today's video, we're going to talk about astral projection flat out. Now, let me get into my story a little bit. So, when I was younger, I was obsessed with astral traveling. I wanted to astral travel so damn bad all the damn time. I would research into it so well. I had a plan for what I was going to do. I was like, I'm going to pop up my body. I'm going to go to these planets. I'm going to make ET friends. I'm going to go to the dark realms and fight dark beings. And I had all these plans, and I did all of them using the light method. The light method is essentially when you go to sleep and you automatically start astral traveling right from when you hit your ass to sleep. Now that's like me. Every night I go to the astral realm and it's like my second life. But I don't want to say it's second life because then it's implying that it's not real. But this is why the video is called Astral being the new MMO game. Because the astral realm is so... The way that ETs use it is amazing. So the astral realm is literally like an MMO game. But it's like the online verse. So it's like Club Penguin, but for the entire galaxy, the entire universe, if you want to say it like that. This is if you have a physical vessel, because a lot of beings are only astral now. But these are for beings, I'm putting this perspective as to beings that have physical vessels. You are bound by this density, but you're not bound by this density. So a lot of people that are unaware of the astral, they're only, the physical is just it. And then the dreams are just like, oh, la-di-da-di-da. But when you're dreaming, yes, when you're dreaming, we call that offline. It's like playing offline Minecraft. You literally are just playing in your own world. People could jump in if they want to. Dead family members could jump into it. ETs could jump into it if you invite them or they have permission to, they will do it. But then there's online, which is the astrals, when you're in the greater mindverse, if you want to say it like that, if that helps you guys. So what happens is these beings they have access to the astral just as humans are getting more access to the astral. So you'll notice you're living in the astral even while you're in your physical vessel, but when your physical vessel is dormant, you could fully be in the astral. So that is when you could go to different planets, you could go to different realms or dimensions. Wherever you are able to have access to, you could go to it. Some areas of the galaxy you can't go to, some planets you go to and they're like, oh, we know you, or what is a human doing here? You go places and learn stuff, or you could have certain experiences. The astral is the new MMO. For example, some of my home dogs that I actually like to astral travel, we've been astral traveling for a few years together now, and what we do is we pop out of our body and we decide to travel to different places together. Now to the point where we work with extraterrestrials so in depth, to the point where it's like we work for them now, but we are one of them. That's another video topic, being a hybrid extraterrestrial, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Imagine it like this: everybody's able to access the astral realm. You could go to school and be like, hey, I went to this planet, or I have these beings that are my friends. Do you guys want to come? And they're like, yeah, sure. Pop out of your guys' vessels and go to planet 45M and then meet those beings that he's friends with. Because the astral is so expansive, there's so much you could do. And the best part is having these friends in the astral, beings that are only in the astral, or beings that have a physical vessel and that are astral traveling or can see the astral while they're in the physical, like how y'all are gonna be. It's like they've meshed with the astral so well. So instead it's like, oh, we want to go here or do this or make these friends, let's just go astral travel there, because it's almost more real than the physical. So you go there and you could have allies, you could have enemies, you could have acquaintances, you could have teachers, you could have senseis and masters that teach you, you could have guides, so much different types of relationships. You could even have intimate relationships in the astral, intimate relationships with people that are physical, intimate relationships with people that are only astral. The astral is the best area to socialize. So much areas to go, so much things you can do. You can even go to, they call it the astral in between, where beings from everywhere come here, and it's almost like going to the airport or like the astral mall. Everybody's doing different stuff there. You see beings from everywhere here, and they specifically go here to socialize. A lot of guides like to recommend to go with one of them, because a lot of times you don't understand the social norms of other beings. So you can go in there and talk to them like a human, or operate like a human. They're like, what's wrong with you? Or this person's weird. Like, you may need to go with someone because, again, you're entering Club Penguin of the universe, and Earth is very, very different So when you gain access to the Astral Realm, you're going to notice how expansive it is and how much you could do. Yes, me and my friends, we have allies and we have enemies. A lot of enemies. Actually, all the enemies are negative or low vibrational beings. But know that you will have friends and you will have enemies. You will have companions, tulpas. These are entities that we create with using the life force of the universe. It's almost like creating astral AI. It's like being how you want it to, and you're programming it to be how you want it to. That's, if you guys want to check that out, check out my tulpas video. Or their companions. These are different beings in the astral that are humanoid, or they could be, but you have like a relationship with them and they come with you. So sometimes if you're going into astral battle or you are going on an astral adventure, they'll come with you. Some people, like I always said I wanted to have a dragon and ride it, and I did, but I actually went to the astral to learn from my Valyrian family to learn how to ride a dragon. They were teaching me how to ride a dragon, which is wild. These are beings that I've been friends with in lifetimes before and that are almost like guides with me in this lifetime. So they are here with me and teaching me. Whether it's a tulpa or an actual being that is like a companion, they stay with you, and sometimes they'll stay with you while you're in the physical. Like you're going to school and you can feel and see your companion coming with you, but no one else can see it or feel it other than some that are aware. They'll be like, oh my god, I see your tulpa, and you're like, yeah, I'm telling you, Club Penguin shit, just like the Puffles. Club Penguin shit 2.0. We talking, this is Webkins, this is Roblox, literally the new MMO game of the universe, and humans are getting access to it. You could also DM people, you could DM beings, you'll have friends, and some of the beings will talk to you telepathically, and sometimes it's like they just leave you a message, and then you get back to them when you can. And you do the same thing with your physical friends, is you guys have this telepathic communication and what we call it, DM box. I'm telling you, bruh, me and my friends, we have astral watches, so we hit up each other if we need each other for something, or we let each other know what's up or what's going on, and we're always aware of how the other is doing. We have this connection, so we're always aware of how each other are doing, or if we need each other, we always know. We always know. So this is the new MMO game of the universe. You won't have to play Roblox, you won't have to play any of these games no more, because the bigger game is life. You're like, my home, you literally see your home as Earth now. You don't say my home is this town, this ting. You're like, my home is Earth. And beings ask you where you're from. I'm from Earth. A lot of them will even know you before, because you're not from Earth, you're in a human body now. So you may already have past life memories of it, or maybe not, and you go there and they're like, hey, like, what's up? And they're asking you about your mission, and you're like, yeah, I'm on Earth, but it's cool, you know what I'm saying, you whatever. Now let's talk about astral bases. You have an astral house just like Club Penguin. I keep using Club Penguin, but it's the main one for my childhood. I keep using it to compare. Or like Build-A-Bear or some shit, or Hobbo. You can have astral houses where you have a house, like we talked about this before, astral houses that you have, in which are houses for you while you're in the astral. You could see your room and your houses, your physical room and your physical house as your astral house if you want to, but I also like having places that are astral houses in the galaxy. So places like I see as home on in the galaxy somewhere, or on the planet somewhere. There's astral cities, different planets, different realms to go to that you could see as home, that you also know from past lives that you go to, and it's like home. So this is real ting, man, real ting. And I can't wait for everybody to get in this mode, because this is where 5D Earth is going. Everybody's gonna be like this. And some of you that are already watching this are already in that mode where you're using the Astral Realm. You're stepping into the Astral Realm. You're seeing how MMO game it's like. It's true, bro. It's so true. You level up. You gain experience. You level up and experience in the astral, which gains you more power and more abilities in the astral, which also link up and come with you into the physical. Depending on what beings you're talking to, you could get technology, you could get new abilities, you could get new wisdom and insight about the universe. You could go to astral school or go to the arenas and play different games that are just as, again, it's just as real as the physical. So you're going there, and there's also astral clout. When you go to the astral arena, you could play with different beings in the universe or in the galaxy, in which are also playing in the arenas. If you want to join competitions, we call it. And remember that this clout comes with you to the physical. So some people that are star beings on the planet will know you. They already know you. Some people call this spiritual status. It's true. Now, we can talk about spiritual status in another video. Please remind me and we'll talk about that. But understand that Spiritual status comes from your soul, what you've done in the galaxy and in the universe, what you've done, as well as who you are in general, how well known your soul is. But again, it's not a popularity contest. It's just the truth of society. It's like some people on earth are more known than others, or have more quote unquote power or influence than others. It's true, there is spiritual status, and in astral traveling a lot and doing these things, you gain more spiritual status, especially when you have these ET friends. All of this affects the physical, especially since these beings are going to appear to all humans in the physical soon. They're gonna come and land at your house and be like, yo, what's good, we saw your battle, or remember when we was traveling on this, and you was like, yeah, like before we were only astral friends, but now we could be physical friends. That's what's up. And I smile because it makes me so happy, the different friends and allies I have, and that you guys have, and that you're gonna discover and will have. You have friends and you talk to them all the time telepathically. As soon as you go to sleep and you pop out of your body, you're hanging out with them, or they help you out while you're in the physical. They'll be like, oh, just tell us what's up. It could be some fairies from Sirius, and they'll be like, just tell us what's up and we got you. Maybe somebody did something horrible to you and your fairies are like, don't worry, we'll handle that. And then divine justice happens, and all of a sudden something's happening to them because they've hurt a divine being in which has done nothing to them, and their allies don't play. Your allies don't play about you. So something, divine justice will happen, and they're allowed on the divine universal scale to put out that divine justice. So if you do good, good's gonna happen to you. If you do bad, bad's gonna happen to you, but that's just divine justice. You have to learn your lesson. And these beings that are your allies are allowed to put out that divine justice when the universe sees fit. It's a little bit deeper than how I'm saying, but just understand that there's divine justice, okay? To end this off, there's so much stuff you could do. You could explore, you can network and make friends, you could go to astral schools and level up. You literally level up in the school system, in the universe, and in the galaxy. Like, what, bro? There's games and arenas you could go to, different events going on in the galaxy and in the universe that you could join. It is an expansive MMO universe, and it's at your fingertips, and it's time. This is why I kept saying we're going to astral travel together. I've already been astral traveling with a bunch of y'all. It's been fun as hell, okay? It's been fun as hell. And you guys will text me and be like, hey, and you'll let me know. Or you will be like, was that you? And I'm like, damn, they remembered. Or, oh, sometimes I don't even remember the trips I do. Like, y'all be like, oh, you visited me. And then I'm like, I did. And then when I visit my memory, I'm like, oh, I did. So you guys will do the same thing. And I'm still taking y'all astral trips with me. I love y'all so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys take care. Peace out.